This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
180. 52. Hey, watch the slant.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
52 right here. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd down, it's Griffin. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw. Hoover. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. On first and 10, Hoover. This one caught by Davis. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
70, Indy.
Second and 4. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Parker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Check. Kill. Regular. Got it.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Back to throw. Hoover. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Hoover. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing again. Hoover. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Hoover. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, Hoover. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for the Raiders. 74 yards. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hoover. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hoover. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Hoover, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And 12 at the 27-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by to our left. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hoover. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Check 3, check 3. Alert, 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 alert. Hurry up.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
180.
Tighten up, pull it together.
First down, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You got nothing.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Not it. 180. Been a long day for you.
3-3. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. Come on, D.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Marr able to put this one through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield caught by Allen. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. The quick slant caught.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Hoover under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield going deep here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Mayfield, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on off.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And the pressure gets to him again. Cleveland Farrell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror.
Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case,
that's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving!"
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hoover dancing to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he's going to go down again. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking to throw. Hoover. And this is Parker, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Yo, go! Get it!
Back to throw. Hoover. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. The 30, 20, 10. again. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw. Hoover. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Hoover. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be upended at the 30.